We are inviting you to join us on June 3rd at the Sebastiani Theater for Living the Truth, a cinema event with a focus on women, the invisible and visible in film. We are featuring 3 films by award-winning filmmaker Pratibha Parmar with special guest, Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Color Purple, Alice Walker. The Sonoma International Film Festival and Musea Center are proud and humbled to bring you this experience. We believe it is once in a lifetime to engage with and be connected with these women and their lifetime of service through justice in the arts. Visit sonomafilmfest.org for tickets. We look forward to seeing you there. We have a beautiful mother. Her hills of buffaloes. Her buffaloes, hills. We have a beautiful...
Well, I'm so glad to have this time with you, and I just really also want to thank you and Pratibha Parmar so much for Warrior Marks. As those in my community know, that movie was part of my waking up as a soul. I can remember myself before and after in a 24-hour period. I had left San Francisco and moved up here right across the hill, and Sue and I drove down for the premiere at the Castro, and we actually drove back that same night and just talked the whole way, and I was 23. So what happened in the coming weeks after that was so astonishing, because I feel like I came in to myself, and it was through addressing suffering, but through art, right? Not just the facts, not just the news, but actually the beauty with the impossible emotion, which allowed me to digest it. And then there was a conversation that we had about a week later, because I hadn't adjusted. I was still sort of in a place where I felt like I could hear the cries of the world. I don't know how else to explain it. And Sue said, well, let's bring Alice over. And you walked in, you had a green velvet vest on, and I commented the vest, and you took it off and you gave it to me. And I sat down, and I said, it feels like women are never safe. And you said, they're not. That moment was so intense, but I also felt relieved. Because I felt like people were so busy trying to act like, but it's all okay.
I know.
But okay, what's happening is not okay. So holding the not okay next to the we're going to create alongside of it, I mean, that's what came forth from that experience. So I just want to thank you and Pratibha and everyone who was a part of that. And that's why it's so important to me to share it with the world over and over. Every year, we must watch this and awaken.
Especially the ending.
Tell us why you say that. I just watched it again, but tell us why.
Well, I needed to. I haven't watched it in a long time, but as I recall, the very ending is of these women on the road, going somewhere, and I somehow end up in the mix of them.
Yes.
And the music is, what is the song? Anyway, but we found the song. That's the thing about when you're on the right road.
Yes.
Everything you need will appear.
Yes.
So this song, which I cannot remember the name of, and I haven't seen the film in 20 years, it came together, the whole thing. And the whole point of it was that, we are on this road. It's a hard road. It's a long road. It's 6,000 years old. And we're going to get where we're going.
Yes. And it's happening now. And Pratibha said that song and those women coming, that was spontaneous.
It was.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly right. And that's why, no matter how dire a situation is or how shattered you feel as you're trying to deal with it, there's a faith that if it's the right thing, you will have support.
Mm.
You will.
Mm.
You will have the support of nature. You will have support of the people. You have
Mm.
it will just appear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is my experience.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I feel very strongly that you go whether the people show up or not.
Yes.
Your responsibility is to go.
Yes.
But really, I feel from my own life just this wonderful faith that people, when they see the situation and they feel it deeply and they have the love of the world and of each other,
Mm-hmm.
they will rise to the occasion and they will be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing your love of the world and of nature with us and with me. And be so eternally grateful for your presence and the teaching of counsel and the joy. Thank you, Alice.
You're so welcome. I've loved talking with you, and you were just fine.
I told Alice when we first got here, my heart was beating and I felt so much anxiety. And she said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, I've been taught so well, but I still get afraid that I'm not going to know what I need to know when I'm sitting with the mothers. But this goes back to counsel when I'm 6 years old and they're going around and talking about the most intense stuff. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Really smart." And I would just be fixated. I could hear them, but I was in my head trying to find something that they would think, let them know that I knew what was going on.
At 6 years
At
old.
6 years old. But I think that's been part of my brain development since then, where I'm always wondering everything feels so precious and temporary on one hand. And so I just always feel like, how can I show up for this moment in the best possible way?
We were just happy you were there.
Mm.
See, that's where children need to be. They need to be eavesdropping
Yes.
on what the grown-ups are saying
There you
about
go.
their future.
There
It's
you
really
go.
important.
Yeah, well, I think that went through for sure. And the fear and the joy of it, of being in the conversation, because my cousin Bridget and I talk about, wow, we knew a whole bunch of stuff by the time we were, we knew way more than a lot of the other kids who were never having those conversations. So we both became educators because we're like, we better go tell the others.
Exactly. Oh, I love it. We better go tell that will make a wonderful title of a poem.
All right, maybe that's what we'll write next.
We better go and tell the others. It's
Mhm.
true.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It's been wonderful to be with you.